Reflection can be a very powerful tool. Often, your teachers tell you to reflect and write about how you felt. For most people, that is followed by a chorus of groans and do we have tools? And if you're one of them, luckily, that isn't the kind of reflection we'll be looking at today. Today, we will be looking at the kind of reflection that can let you rob banks. That is, if you're the mirror master. Mirror Master is one of the deadliest foes in the Flash's rogues gallery. One of his major powers was illusion casting, where he would create what seemed to be copies of him whenever he was losing a battle. How did he do that? Quite simple. He looked deep within himself and he reflected. Sorry, I had to do that. But anyways, more seriously, he projected real images of himself using, obviously, mirrors. How did that work? To understand that, we will need to learn exactly how mirrors work. Basically, all they do is allow whatever light that hit them to bounce back in a controlled manner. That's the important part. We learned earlier that light bounces off everything it hits, but one property of a mirror is that you can predict where the light will bounce. Also, only one type of mirror can create a real image, so we will have to discuss that, and that is the concave mirror. Concave mirrors are mirrors that curve on themselves, like a cave. Get it? Concave? To understand them, you will need to understand three important points of reference. First is the center of curvature. You need to imagine that the mirror is part of a sphere. Then, the center of curvature is the center of that sphere. Then there is the focal length, which is half the length of the center of curvature. Lastly, there's the pole, which is the center of the surface of the mirror. All these 3 points lie on an imaginary line called a principal axis. The last imaginary line you need to know is the normal, a line perpendicular to the surface of the mirror at any given point. Take a minute to look at this diagram and soak all this in. And oh, would you look at the time? That's all for today, folks. Duty calls. Join me next time to learn how the Mirror Master uses concave mirrors to confound the Flash. You have been watching another episode of Super Science. This is the show where I show you how superheroes use physics, and you absorb this information and become a physics master yourself. Don't forget to like, subscribe, read comics, and watch movies. Super Science out!